Love inside, boxes made of bricks, lured by the brightness of a parade passing by, comes to stand by the window frames. Love, metamorphed into different shapes, stands still by the window frames. Arms of a woman, palms of a boy. An afternoon breeze waves a flag of ideals, dreams, and the void, rectifying happiness. As cheers fill the streets, a new sense of hunger nails the interior darkness down.
It is a long runway that she sleeps, heart clothed by evening, my heart cloth wrapped around busted intestine, baby's dry cry, thunder accompanying the rain that wettens the windows. I have washed my hands so many times in this life, waiting for the music to enter, but what if inside me there is nothing? You better come on in my kitchen. It's going to be raining outdoors. You'd better come on in my kitchen. Going to be raining outdoors. Switchback bait. A plectorist rex, a blinger, plinger, plucks a banger, plings a, plucks a blanga jangle in a true sense nerve wires, shattered calmly, convening deli, ceilings, careening, screeching, scare-reaching, and a crashing and a pressed gourmet wrap the man loved eating. Restaurants as tune standards played sideways, captured, we know, open live, strumming up, downward, tuned in, out of the go, the way he goes, solo, duo, trio, in good company, the valve open, exhale. Ashes scattering on Elizabeth of kilter off, minor of, minor off, Soho of, Soho, vivala, vala, vala, vivala, vivala, vala, vala, la, viva la, minuting, ta, 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 ta. And Tally, you better come on in my kitchen. The scales all battered, just scattered on the Listless, sweet, dry zone and sounding so human, so sensing is such a humor. You babbling in a dark lint on the angel o' block and the picking that you use made from stuff they makes the gums of some people can eat from more some consume more and speak more through teeth. A silverio tiler's booty, balanced beauty, spitting pits out, rubbing wood and thunking wood and with the mobile shattering, scattering, chattering, assume Walladoo scaffold as number one. Number is number one. And I, and I, and I, and I, and I hung there, and I hung there. Plector as rain, sail through a craggy cheek, sail as rain, sail through a craggy, surgeon driving, pop ya, adenoy, diggity, fo, Depler, developer of sound, convening, careening delicately, homesteading the muse, the pedicrack happening in the inserts, insights, la potted sign, wagger, zagaraggle in a happily in a non-laundered man. You're a non-laundered Manhattan hands where you wanna be down here, Lower East Side, Rosa Roquesta, the Rosa timing, and it's all in the time, and it's all in the time, in the time, in the time, in the time. It's all in the intimate time, in the out, in the out. In the out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in the out, in and out, in and out, in and out. You better come on in my kitchen. It's gonna be raining outdoors. String, gonna be raining outside, side. String, strung. Light's a holiday for you and to die on the eve of the miraculous birth, to be born again, a shadow of immaculate light after the day of the birth of a action of a birth, of the action of a birth, and the action, and born again, a shadow of immaculate light in the action of a birth, immaculate shadow of a voice in a box of light, in and out of a bridge of a sort of down and up in a sort of a bridge, and abridged, a delicate stroke, a strumming, a stunning, a strain, a train of stone at music's end, like spinning like water, like Calatron walking a spanned rights flag, a fire of fire, gymnast, turning, unturning, round, a spoonful of sound, the perfect moon on a cloudy night, your portrait hanging on a wall of stone, a theory of strings unwound, restrung as hard-edged pearls of sound, hung a loop in a plingin' tingler, doop in mission of challenger, challenge in action the better. A challenge in action the better. A cotta the better, like the better, like a the hutter led better, the hut the you better, you better, a better, you better come on in my kitchen. It's gonna be raining outdoors, outside, outdoors. You better come on in my kitchen. We enter the road that leads to somewhere, a town the size of my fingernail. Old ladies sitting everywhere in front of pastel buildings and churches. Birds sing sporadically but madly. 50 cents jingling in my pocket. Again, no sleep for more than 24 hours. There is a small hotel at the end of the street. I am very angry, but will contain my anger as best I can until I get to the end of all this. I am a feisty guy. My window looks as sad as I do. I christen this room Chaotic Structuralism Redefined, Second Manifesto. Chaos Theory, Continued, First Manipulation, or BP. Distinguish between the orange-red dots that form stars, LED to this extinguished place, the green of 5 rums and cokes, knocked down the stomach, grumbling of, oh, too much bass and everything compounded, the elbow lining, wrist nod these gnawing arthritic flights, sharp pain like a pinprick worsening, counseling leaned into the trap within the plastique movement of more bent vehicles of water until Muduro, and then the list of explosions and running like water running like water running like the list of explosions beyond the boundaries of noise, insanely beyond structural chaos, implosion of the universally big beyond this animal mind. Hums the bird mountain. LED 10-pointed epicenter of Humfla, Agamemn Zetla, and the glass collapses on the Esteton fleet. As a glass that trembles on top the empty case like the first premium word, so high, so low, and there is only in between the meddling of pure aesthetics and its most premium, a word I never use, and the 4 or 5 rums and cokes of a top-notch enduro as I got free. And now the list began. May the slinky of electric orbits orbit sleekly through the thick. May the funk that is the strata of our chaos dwell in peace. The fragility of chaos and the stabilization of chaos and normalcy of chaos and brevity of chaos, longevity and physicality of chaos, and the ephemerality of chaos and temporality of chaos, the non-existence of chaos and jubilance of chaos. So. The inevitability of chaos, the demise of chaos, the creation of chaos, the fabrication of chaos and sublimation of chaos and destruction of chaos, the destruction of chaos, the rebirth of chaos, the incessant beating of chaos, the meeting of chaos, the insipid, ever sloppy, spilled cup of chaos, the timid, tampered and tempered and timid, ever sorry cup runneth over of chaos. Hum. Humandoro shit blem storm, Humandoro shit blem storm, and the structure of chaos, and the brother of chaos, and the slinking of chaos toward chaos in the electric botched structure of chaos. And back to chaos, ever back to chaos, the origin of chaos, the antecedent of chaos, the forerunner of chaos, and the redundancy of chaos, and the precedent of chaos, the afterlife of chaos, the beginning of chaos, the father, the daughter, the mother, the brother, the cousin of chaos, the ach of chaos, the presence of chaos, existence of chaos, sister of chaos, daughter of chaos, and death of chaos. The resurrection of chaos, the chaos of chaos of chaos of chaos, the chaos of chaos of chaos of chaos, Soash! The splendor of chaos, the anointment of chaos, the annoyance of chaos, the end of chaos, the extremity of chaos, the borders of chaos, the exaltation of chaos, the exhaustion of chaos, the flash-drunk perennial selfie asshole pontification of chaos, the even more drunk Stephen in chaos, at the screaming periphery of chaos. And may my brother rest in peace in chaos. May my brother rest in peace in chaos, within the structure of chaos, in the midst of the shitstorm, within the residue of structure and the strata of history. And may peace reside in chaos, peacefully reside in chaos within the explosive order of chaos and the onrush of chaos and silence of chaos and the opiate of chaos and the disease of chaos and the calmness of chaos and the opiated ophthalmology of chaos and the oppressive routine of chaos and the prison camp of chaos and the principality of chaos and the triumphant tribulation of chaos, 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 chaos. The trigger and triathlon, the tributary and co-opting of chaos, the navigation through chaos, the breathing, of chaos. Arturo da chaos. Arturo da chaos. So asha chaos. Chaos. I have something important to tell you. It's a secret, some very personal stuff. When I visited the house of my childhood where so much happened, a house my parents worked so very hard to keep, I felt embarrassed. I hated it. I was overcome by the feeling that I could not overcome my feelings of inadequacy, of partially self-inflicted deprivation, of not belonging, of being surrounded by a wealth of memories, good as well as bad, surrounded by, yes, that old cliché, a cachet of ghosts, but above all, wealth. I felt surrounded by wealth, that feeling of wealth, that even though landlords, we were poor, what I mean really is not rich. Earlier that evening, I mailed 2 letters, bills and 3 postcards. Probably the first letters I've mailed from Brooklyn in a dog's age. That implies a very, very long time, maybe centuries. Well, no, that's an exaggeration. Years, I mean, many, many years, not forgetting, despite what I may think, that I am not really young anymore, though am I neither poor nor rich. I kept thinking, even when I passed the cemetery, will my letters reach their destiny? A Freudian slip, I mean destination, of course. Having mailed them so far away from where I usually mail them. Well, not that far away, really, but it felt that way. I mean, far away, it felt so far away, being near two highways and what used to be a bridle path, which I always thought was spelled bridle path, and which I still sort of do since I haven't bothered to ever look up the right spelling. And I'm wondering now, as I write this rather quickly, is there still such a thing as the dead letter office, or whatever that part of the post office was called, though in my somewhat foggy memory, dead letter office sounds quite right. But anyway, it's very late and there's lots more I want to say about lots of other things before this poem, if it is a poem, is finished. But for now I'll say good night to my parents and to you and to my wife as well, who is already fast asleep and who thinks that I should not hate the house where so many things have happened before and since, now that I think about it. And though I feel I need to apologize to them, my parents that is, for my opening remarks, I don't really feel the need to do so that strongly, at least not here, not now, not in this poem, if indeed this really is a poem, and maybe never. After all, why should one apologize for something one has never done? So for now, I'll simply say, as another old cliche so elegantly puts it, to be continued. 1. I turn from the keeper, keys in hand. He interests me. His colors are not mine, but he is a gentler man. Apart, I wonder. He aids me here, though art his name. He is that too, away from this, too long and uninteresting. I will call my life, but someone says so long's a better. Too long and uninteresting I will call my life, but someone says so long's a better. I am medicated by my own will. The neurons in the right side of my brain at such a tender age, a barely teen, burnt out, resurrected by porch light and ivy, within the shadow of Exodus, I, logger, Agler, in an attempt to stow my anger, striped is this ragler, in an attempt to waft the acid, my body striped and stripped and shard in an attempt to thwart the fiery bale as it ascends a glass-like fetter, buoyed and toddling within a bulbous head.
Do you think that I'll cry all of my life? Only if you want to. When I cry, I don't feel lonely, because I feel my tears and my pain. When I don't cry, I feel too empty. Only if there's no one really there. How come you aren't here? I did not answer